Well, girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a Fiat 500 convertible. Nice. This one is in for a knocking noise when you go over bumps. It's been to a couple of places and no one's been able to find it. Took us a couple of minutes and diagnosed the lower arm has failed. The lower arm rear bush has actually pushed through the arm itself. So we are going to be replacing that. And then while we were investigating, we also found that the radiator is leaking, which comes at a good time because to do the lower arms on these, you have to take the front bumper off just to get to 4 bolts to remove part of the bracket that's in the way. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So we're going to change the radiator, we're going to change 2 lower arms, and we're hopefully going to get this thing ready for summer. I can definitely see the owner with the roof down living his best life. So let's go. Okay, so to get the bumper up on this bad boy, you've got to undo these 4 straight away just to get that loosey-goosey. Then we're going to get it up in the air, get the wheels off, get some of the arch line bolts out, and then there's a couple more T25s along here and a few bolts underneath. And I think this has got the under tray on it, so we've got to get that off as well. And then we'll remove the front bumper. So they're not too bad. They're just annoying that you've got to remove the front bumper to change your lower arm. Okay, so this is the issue with the arm. So we see this arm here. There is clearly a gap between the subframe and the lower arm. And then we go to this one. And we can see there is clearly no gap between the lower arm. And that is, I think, well, if you go up and around, you can see the bush has fully popped out. And that is just causing the donk quite a bad noise. And you see on that side, it's absolutely good. So that's why we're replacing them. And I need some light for that situation. And you can see the rad is weeping out of that corner. It's probably going to be worse when we take everything off. So reason why the bumper's off, again, we've taken off the Torx here. There's a screw here and there's the same on the other side. But they put these in the way. So you've got to undo them too, and then you've got 4 bolts on this side, but are only accessible when the bumper's off. So that is a 10 out of 10 idea from Fiat. And this is also the same as the Ford Ka as well. So yeah, good fun. So once we've got all that off, once the bumper's off, the arms will be the easy to get, or easy enough, I guess. And then we'll change the red as well. So it's 2 for the price of 1. Okay, we're all jacked up, wheel off, and then remove 1 section of the arch liner. Okay, so it's 1 screw under here, and then 2 screws in here. And then we've got 1 more Torx just up here, which you can't see because my fat finger's in the way. Now, one thing you've got to remember is disconnect the DRLs from the front, and then the fog light wiring goes through to the other side. It's a little clip, which I'll show you on that side when we're getting ready to take that off. So 1 more T25, remove the screws for the arch liner, and then repeat on the other side, and bumper's ready to come off. All right, so what you got to do, put your hand in here and give it a big old daddy Yankee. And it sounds like you've broken everything. There's snaps and cracks. I mean, you can, like, when you do it, you've got to kind of push up and out to get it over the clips, because there's the clips there and they clip into there. So up and back, it does sound horrendous. When removing the bumper, you'll find that it doesn't come out. You need to unclip the headlight adjuster and it just comes out, and then it's the same they just click back in and they turn on that. But there you have it, bumper's off. Up. Then we need to undo 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same on the other side, and that will undo these there, and then you can continue getting the rest of it out. Really not happy with this idea. It's just not, it's not one of the finest moments. All right, so ping the 4 bolts here. They are 4 15mm bolts, both sides. Then taking out these 2 here, which are 2 18mm bolts that go up through there and there. And the reason why you've got to remove this, which I probably actually haven't said yet, is because if you look there, that's the lower arm bolt. How amazing, how fantastic that they put it there. But okay, they've done it. So, you know, we just build a bridge and get over it. The rad leak is worse, obviously, at this stage. What we're going to do is undo it all from here and just drop the rad at the bottom when we can. We've got to just disconnect the condenser from it. But lower arms first, then we move on to the rad. Nearly forgot. There is 1 bolt that goes through the side here. Those bolts into the arm there. Forgot to mention that one, and that is a 16. And then to get these out, you just Oh no, that one's going to be difficult because the coolant, the washer bottle's in the way. This one just went out to the side and out. This one's going to put up more of a fight because I've got the washer tank in the way, but where there's a will, there's a way. I'll wiggle it out and then I'll tell you how. So I've got it out, needed the little lever bar, just kind of prized it out this way and then it dropped out nicely. Putting it back in, probably going to have to undo the washer bottle. But that is a later problem, people. Right now, we are just in the process of getting all this done, and that is a rebuild problem, not a current problem. So now that out of the way, it is the pinch bolt, which is 17 and 17. Some of these are 17 and 15 or whatever. But this one, 17, 17. I'm going to spray a little bit of loose juice here and put a little chisel in to open it up and just whip this out. And then it's the 2 more bolts. Sometimes, I don't know if I'll do it on this one, but you have to remove the hub nut just to get a little bit more swing on the hub when you go to pull everything out. You do not want the drive shaft coming out, and you definitely don't want any of the CV joints to get pulled out of there. So it would probably be good practice to do that. I think I'll do it for this one, just to show you for educational purposes, of course. All right, so we've got this side out already. As you can see, the bush wasn't far out from, well, being absolutely cream crackered on this side, and the inner bush doesn't look too good either. So no matter what, we're changing both anyway. This is the good side, believe it or not. I still haven't undone the hub nut, which is a 36mm. That's mainly for the rebuild part of it. So I'll get the other side out and then we'll start the refit. Right, we've got side 2 out. And this is the state of side 2. Brilliant. As you see, the other side isn't much healthier either. So yeah, and the inner bush isn't great. The ball joint's good though, so 1 positive, 1 out of 3. Okay, so we've got both the arms in, done, everything's on, tight, lovely. So we're moving on to the rad now. So the first thing we've done is undone that, the pipe at the bottom from the rad, and then removed 2 8mm, 1 there and 1 just up there. And then I've removed 1 from the condenser there, 1 from this cowling there. Can't see any more around here. There's just 1 more that I've got to get off there. Obviously get a bucket underneath ready to catch the coolant because she will leak everywhere. Then I'm going to remove 10, 10 and hopefully drop the rad out from here, but I've got to lower it down a bit because I've still got the top clip to do and any other offending 8mm that I can't see. So that's where it is. And for some reason, as it drained out, it's decided to just leak onto my ramp through the front crossmember tube, whatever it is. So we'll keep unbolting all the 8mm. These are prone to snap, so it's always good to have a couple nearby. I forgot to say, once you've got the 2 bolts out from there and up there, slide the rad fan to the right and then take it out and put it on the floor down there. Okay, so we've got the top rad pipe out. Undone that crappy Fiat clip that they use. What I just noticed as well is I missed that little 8mm there. So far there's 1 there, 1 down there, and then over here there's 1, another 1 that's there, and then 1, 2 more at the bottom there. So when we get that one out, I can't get to that one unless I drill a hole through this, which I'm not going to do. And then I'm going to remove the 10s from the brackets, get the brackets out of the way, and then lower the rad. Hopefully I can lower the rad down enough to get to that 8mm, or push it up, down. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to get that 8 out. Righty, so we've got it off, so you can see where she was definitely leaking on both sides. But what we had to do as well, we had to take the front cross member off. The new rad is fitted, by the way. So there's 1, 2, 3 screws along there. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the left, and 1, 2, 3 on the right. So all in, you should have 7 or 8 screws to get the AC compressor rad off the actual engine rad. And obviously then there's 2 more screws for the fan cowling on the back, which is all well and good. So now that's all done. To get the main slam panel off was 15s and a 12 locating bolt here. Sorry, hey, don't fall. Put that back there. So now we're going to refit the slam panel with the foam, get that back on and connect water pipes up and fill it with the go-go juice and just keep going on really. I mean, overall, it's been a couple of hours on this job. Oh, nearly forgot. The 10 mils are on at the bottom as well, and it's all lined up. When you swap the rads over, remember, the rubber inserts at the top come out of the old one, go in the new one. But yeah, with the slam panel removed, it was a lot easier. So let's get rebuilding. All right, so we've got the fan in, resistors connected, a new jubbly up at the top, and the actual fan power is connected. The 2 screws are in there. Now it's just time to connect the lower water pipe and start fitting the bumper and stuff. Do you know what? Like, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this job. I haven't done one on this particular engine. These are the 3-cylinder engines, but yeah, it's nice. Okay, so we've got the arch liners all screwed back in with the screws there. All the bolts are in at the bottom here. Now it's full up with the good stuff, the red antifreeze. We've got no leaks, which is good. A little bit of a drip from the sump nut, so when it's due a service, probably no one changed the washer, because, you know, why would you change a 5p washer? Anyway, so everything's all good. We're gonna get it running, bleed the system, get it up to temperature and check for leaks, but we're gonna fit the under tray now. All right, so we're all good. We're checked, everything's all good. Now is to run it up and get it up to temperature. We've torqued the wheels up. Let's start up this monstrous beast. Oh yeah. There you go, big air bubbles coming up. So now we'll turn the heaters on full hot and let's get it bleeding. Okay, so we've been for a nice drive and it's not knocking, banging or clanking. Heaters are blowing out decently. So this one is done.